So in this video, I'm going to go over 7 different ways you can reduce your CPC specifically with Google Shopping. So I'm not talking about Google Ads and search campaigns, display, I'm talking about specifically Google Shopping in this video. There's 4 that are really easy wins that you can just do now, and there are 3 more that have a little bit more you need to do in order to gain that cheaper CPC. But before I get started, when we talk about how we can reduce our CPC with Google Shopping, is that I want you to not focus on reducing your CPC as much as you should be focusing on increasing your ROAS or reducing your CPA. Those are your main core metrics that you should be optimizing for. The ways we can reduce our CPC is by putting our account into the best practices possible, and that's what you should be doing as standard anyway. But any optimization you make in your account should always be based on either ROAS or reducing CPA or NCAC. Whatever it is your metric is, you should be focusing on that and not CPC. CPC secondary. It's more vanity, if anything, really. But let's talk about the easy wins we can do to start with. So the first one is test PMax feed only versus standard shopping. So what you'll find with when we use a feed only asset group in PMax, it only shows in Google Shopping. I always test PMax versus standard shopping anyway with accounts, because I find that some clients do really well with standard shopping and some do really well with PMax feed only. But I'm not going to say one is better than the other because it varies. So it's best for you to test that out before you can rule that out. But as I said, you should keep one or the other based on your main core metric of ROAS or reducing CPA, not your cost per click. But that's number 1. Number 2 is to focus more of your budget on products with less competition. So the reason your CPC will be high is because primarily there is more competition in the auction. There are more people bidding on that who want to show up in Google Shopping for that product. So if you want to have lower CPCs, average CPC in your account, you should focus your budgets on products with lower competition, and that ultimately gives you lower CPC. So that's number 2. Number 3, and this one's only applicable if you can have the ability to do this. So it works with quite a lot of dropshipping companies, and the benefit of being a dropshipping company is that you can, most of the time, you can advertise globally, which is really good because you can go to less focus on the Western countries, so the UK, America, Europe, and you can focus on more other countries than that, which often have cheaper CPCs. And the benefit of that is you can get more clicks. Even though you may have a lower click-through rate, a lower conversion rate, I've often found that just focusing on countries that have lower CPC, you can get a better ROAS. So this is one when it's actually really good to do this. If you can do it, obviously if you can't and you're shipping only to the UK, only to the US, understandable. That's when we can do something else with this number 4, which is to actually exclude high CPC territories within your location targeting. However, as I said, your primary metric for excluding these should be based off your ROAS or reducing your CPA, not your CPC. Okay, but there's 4 easy wins we can do there. And then in terms of our big wins, so number 5 is to optimize your product feed. Now this is the big daddy, this is the most important thing you can possibly do for your Google Shopping campaigns, is to have a really good optimized product feed. Now I'm going to do some videos in future where I go over this in a lot more detail, particularly talking about structure of product titles. For this video, I'm just going to gloss over the most important ones. The 2 most important ones are actually these ones. Product titles. Product titles count for 85% of the reason you show up on Google Shopping is to do your product title, so it's really important. Descriptions count for 15% of the reason why your ad will show up in Google Shopping, so you need to make sure this is really good as well. And when we're talking about product titles, what I recommend you to do here is to include some complementary type keywords. So you have your high intent title that you'll be pulling from your Shopify website anyway, but you can add in some other stuff to your titles, like your product type, and also some other key features. And what these are longer tail type keywords that you can include in your title, so you give the algorithm a bit more to test and go after, and that's the way you can reduce your CPC. So you can still show up for your higher intent keywords, which is your main ones, which you should front load in your titles. But you can also have some longer tail keywords to make up for your 150 characters in your product title. So that's a good way to reduce your CPC, and also adding some variants in there. So like your size, your color, brand as well. Some other ones are always good to have your Google product category. That's how you assign to Google. You tell Google, this is the sort of category that my product is in. It's just shortcutting your way of reducing or increasing your targeting and therefore reducing your CPC. Because all you want to do your product feed is you want to make it as best as possible to have a higher click-through rate. So Google rewards a higher click-through rate. Why do they reward a higher click-through rate? It's because you pay Google per click. So Google wants to have products with higher click-through rates, and that's how you bring your CPC down. They don't get paid on your ROAS or your conversion rate, they get paid on click-through rate. Okay, so higher click-through rate is better for them, and that's often why they push products which have a high click-through rate but not a high ROAS. So that's why making sure you have good product segmentation is actually quite key in reducing your CPA or ROAS. This is nothing to do with CPC. This is to do with reducing your CAC, your customer acquisition cost, or increasing your ROAS. It's through your segmentation of campaigns, because Google wants to push high click-through rate products, but you'll often find your high click-through rate products don't often have the best ROAS. So that's when you need to do some more manual segmentation in order to counteract that. Because Google is there to help you, but Google is also there to make money off you. So you need to make sure you're a good media buyer to counteract that. Some other ones we can do is add our GTINs and our MPNs. If you have these, if you don't, then don't fill them in. Again, we want to have good high quality images that clearly showcase our product, and that is for click-through rate. Image is so important, as well as your product titles and descriptions, as to the reasons why someone would click. And as we said, high click-through rates get rewarded with lower CPCs. And then pricing, you need to have competitive pricing. If you want to have a higher click-through rate, you need to have a competitive price to go alongside this. But fundamentally, this is the most important thing you can do to reduce your CPCs and to just improve your overall performance. If you're not optimizing your product feed, and you're really leaving performance at the door. Now moving on to number 6 is adding negative keywords regularly. So the reason we want to add negative keywords regularly is because we can only show up for high intent searches. And if we're showing up for a low intent search or an irrelevant search, then that leads to a high bounce rate, and that leads to a low score of our landing page. And that is another way of how you actually score for your quality score. So reducing our bounce rate is actually quite good in improving our CPC and improving your ROAS. So we want to make sure we're regularly adding in negative keywords. And the best way to do this for PMax is, hopefully by now, if you're watching this video, we have campaign level negatives for PMax. But if you don't, we can add account level negatives. So make sure you're doing that for your PMax campaign. And then the final one, number 7, is to focus on quality score. So having a high quality score, which is often more of a focus for Google search, because the quality score is how you go from your keyword to your ad to your landing page. That is, you want to have the messaging matching at each of those stages. I have a video on message match. I'll overlay on the screen here. This is really important for search, but also the practices are relevant for Google Shopping. And the main way we can focus on improving our quality score from this aspect, which we haven't covered, is having a really good landing page. Having a good landing page that matches what we're actually saying in our Google Shopping listing. Okay, we want to make sure the keywords we are putting in our title, the keywords we're putting in our description, are matching what we're doing in our landing page. And fundamentally, how our product feeds are pulled is often from your landing page. So you can do that by default, but there's also ways we can improve that by matching more of our title through feed optimization to our landing page. So those are the 7 key ways you can reduce your CPCs with Google Shopping. I hope that one helped, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.